match. It's the National Football League presented by... Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field, and when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
90 Wolf. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harper. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Let's go. 70, Indy. I got you, son. I got you. You're all right.
On 2nd and 12, Rivers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
Throwing, Rivers. Throw left side complete. It's Strickland. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. At a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
On 2nd down, Britt, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This is what the defense is going to look like for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run That's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On second down now, Britt. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
60 or 56. 56.
Here's Carter from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And as things start to come into focus here in the final weekend, their future still up in the air. Currently in possession of the 5 spot, but could fall entirely out of the postseason if this final day doesn't go their way.
Well, we're looking forward to the playoffs because, fortunately enough, we're going to be there to call some of these games. But when you're sitting where they are right now, the playoffs start with this game. They can't wait till next week and say, well, let's see if we're... No, they have to win this one to ensure that they're going to go. So their playoff run actually begins a week early.
By the way, I got my assignment for the playoffs. They have me doing every game.
I like that.
Are you there, too?
I like that. I just hope I'm with you.
I hope so as well. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Ready? 10 logo. Box 2. I got it. Check.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Ready? 18 Gator.
On second and 11 now. Rivers looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Harper. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Ready.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Rivers. Throw left side complete. It's time. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
94. Man left. We got 4. Ready.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
70, Indy.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 7.
On 2nd down and 4. Rivers under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Boom. That's how we do it, baby.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun, Rivers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game.
8, read. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Rivers. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Final week of the year, an absolute must-win game for them, so they needed to get on the board first. They were able to do just that.
And you laid out the stakes. So just think what they've been working with this entire build-up towards this game. Must win. You've got to get on the board first. They accomplished that. Now they can't have any type of a letdown. Long way to go in this one.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And the catches for him, they just keep piling up. Charles, that's now 1,031 catches for his career. Ties him with Steve Smith.
Yeah, and he plays the game the same way Steve did, with pride, with determination, some would say with anger. And that edge has given him the ability to catch 1,000.
Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 now. Rivers to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To the air again here, Rivers. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, Bruce Arians will send out his field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. To throw on 3rd down, Carter. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And up to the 35 before down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Britt. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
90 in the mark. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Operating from the gun, Carter. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10.
10-2 stop. Game situation. Let's go. Now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's get it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that will be incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Set 30 base. Check 56. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Right up.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Out from the shadows of their goal line, here's 1st and 10 from the 11. Back to throw. Carter. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now Carter to throw on 3rd down. And he goes down, it's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
2nd and 5 now. Rivers looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Todd. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Harper. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to him on 1st down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
And 2 stop.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Harden. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Cowboys have recovered.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Set, 18 Gator. Watch two. I got you.
On 2nd and 12, Rivers, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. 2nd quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Over the middle, complete. It's Stevens. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they work this out past the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Go now. Stick Pittsburgh. I got. 5.
A first down throw here for Rivers. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Ready, set. Mike 50. They can't hang with us.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Set. 60 out long. Mike 2. Mike 2. Get ready.
On 2nd and 9. Rivers got his man complete over the middle. It's time. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. So the 14 yards actually takes him from one 43 to the other for 1st and 10. And now he picks up the spare. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Throwing Rivers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Rivers now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Now Rivers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Tight right. Even. 4 down. Snap.
Carter throwing on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Stevens. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A gain of 6 there on first.
Go, AC Gator.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. A 6-yard gain.
On second down now. Britt. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. 5 plays there on that drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rivers to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rivers throwing the out route and complete. That's Todd. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Now Rivers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. On second down, Rivers again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that could be important, as that makes this a 16-point lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll begin at T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And it's the Browns who are out on top. The Browns looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, we take the short trip down to D.C. to check on the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. The Redskins still in that no-man's land. They need to win out, and they could get to 9-6 with a victory. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. and that game's all tied up as they play the visiting Jaguars. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 3.
On first down, Britt. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw is Carter, operating from the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Point after try forthcoming. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Looking to throw. Carter. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back.